My name's John Sciacca, Principal of Nathalia Secondary College. I'll be talking about a tragic accident that occurred 2 years ago, where one of the students of our college tragically lost their lives. And I'm doing that at Coolheads on Wednesday the 23rd of July at 7 o'clock at East Bank. So on the night we had our school social, and my colleague and I were driving back from Nathalia to Shepparton, and we came across an accident scene here, and we got out of the car, and there was two young gentlemen that were outside of the car just near the road, and the young lady Jess was just here, and she'd been thrown out of the car and she required some CPR. We made a decision with my colleague to split the job. I went over to where the young gentlemen were, see how they were, and my colleague went in and did CPR with another person on Jess. Unfortunately, my colleague didn't know at the time it was one of his students that he taught, and he didn't recognise her with the injuries, and she passed away, even though they worked on her for about 20 minutes. But once the paramedics came, they took over, and there's nothing we could do for Jess. It was at that time that I let my colleague know that it was Jess. He didn't realise that, so that was pretty horrific. The two young gentlemen, they went off to hospital for some checkup, but they weren't hurt at all. I suppose there's no good that comes out of a situation like this, but if someone can, any drivers, be they young or old, can just think about their actions whilst driving, that a small decision made whilst driving, either, if they're on their phones or they're texting or they haven't got their seatbelt on or they're speeding, that it's a high risk activity, and if something bad happens, then a lot of people can get hurt or killed. That's the first thing. Then the next thing is the ripple effect of what happens in the communities when people are hurting or there's a death that occurs. And I thought that I could just say my story, and if people were to I guess think about that before they went and did those high risk activities, then that's something that any good that can come out of this situation, that's what it would be. For me, the ripple effect has been my colleague isn't working at Nathalia Secondary College anymore because of what happened here. I've lost a young life. Jess was just an amazing person who had so much to look forward to. Her family, Jess's family, is just devastated. But it's also the school community grieving. It's a sad loss. And Jess made a choice to be in a car that night, and it turned out to be a fatal one. There was another student at the school that had the same choice, and she chose not to be in that car, and she's completing Year 12 this year. So, it just highlights to me how one bad decision, you don't get a second chance.